Welcome to Future Dragon Rocket. I am not Ryan Reynolds. So this is going to be my Andor Season 2, Episode 4, 5, and 6 review. This was jam-packed of amazing writing and acting. The whole spy, espionage, mystery, suspense is just amazing in this show. It's unlike anything else in modern TV. So Episode 4, titled Ever Been to Gorman, it starts off, and Bix is just like tripping with PTSD. Karn's phone is apparently tapped by rebels. We're kind of unsure at first, or Karn's unsure at first whether it's like the real rebel group or a fake rebel group. Jung, the like Imperial mole, is back this season. He's the Imperial mole that had that conversation with Luthen about what he sacrifices last season in season 1. So I'm really glad he's back. I'm glad he's not dead. I'm sure he will be by the end of the season. Mon Mothma has a really good scene where she's just like talking to all kinds of different senators on Coruscant, trying to get their vote. It's really cool seeing like different alien species as senators. Back to Jung and Luthen. Jung and Luthen do have another secret meeting, and Jung tells Luthen that Miro is running Gorman. Whatever's happening over there on Gorman, something's happening. So Luthen's got to get to the bottom of it. He can't go to Gorman himself, so he's going to contact Andor to go there. Andor wants to bring Bix. Luthen says no, and so Andor goes to Gorman by himself. Says like, this new cell of rebels that you got on Gorman, they're in it to win it, but they're too fresh and new. They're too much of a bunch of rookies to actually pull anything off, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going back to Bix. And then Luthen ends up sending Vel and Cinta to Gorman to help the rebel group on Gorman essentially steal some weapons from the Empire. There's a really cool Legends callback to this Gorman Tarkin massacre that happened 16 years ago. So Tarkin was trying to land a ship, and there was Gormans protesting, and 500 Gormans protesting, and all 500 Gormans were killed by Tarkin's ship landing. So really surprising that the Gormans have not rebelled against the Empire, considering 500 people were massacred by Tarkin. On planet Dakar, not sure how to pronounce it, DQAR, but on planet Dakar, we get Saw Gerrera with Willman. Willman is from season 1. He escaped season 1 with Bix and Andor, and he is in charge of like retrieving fuel or something, which apparently Saw Gerrera and maybe some of his friends have been huffing. And season 4 ends with Bix taking some galactic Percocet just to really fuck her up and avoid the nightmares and PTSD that she's having. Can you blame her? Moving on to episode 5, it's called I Have Friends Everywhere. A lot of Karn on Gorman with the rebels and the town meeting with the rebels and what they're going to do about this new armory that's being built that's going to cast a shadow on their memorial statue for the 500 dead Gormans from 16 years ago. Episode 5 probably has my favorite shot of the season. Not necessarily of the whole series, but my favorite shot of the season is Saw and his crew taking off in their X-Wings and their other ships, leaving the planet Dakar, however you pronounce that, and then just an awesome shot of them going into hyperspace, traveling through hyperspace. That was a really epic shot. Probably my favorite shot of all of season 2. I don't know if they're really going to top that here in season 2 unless there's some sort of epic space battle. Moving on to episode 6, halfway through season 2 already. This episode 6, is titled What a Festive Evening. Vel's on Gorman now, and man, lot of action in this episode. We finally get Cassian and Bix kissing. We finally get Cinta and Vel kissing, which, after years and years, we know that someone's not going to make it through this episode with all these like goodbye kisses. And I think that the Cinta and Vel kiss was like the first, definitely live action kiss like that, which I'm really happy that they're showcasing, because why showcase just Han and Leia or Kylo and Rey this whole time? So that's really important to represent them like that. I wasn't really happy about the Bail Organa cast. They had mentioned Bail Organa's name at first, and I was like, oh, Jimmy Schmidt, whatever the actor's name is. I'm like, cool, we get to see him again. And they recast him with some other actor. They kind of look the same. They have the same skin tone or whatever, but I don't know why they couldn't get him. I didn't know that was going to happen. I was kind of bummed that they had to recast him because of like scheduling conflicts. But like, come on, you can't go in for like 1 week for one scene. That was a bummer. A lot of people are split on that. It's not a big deal. I definitely thought it was a bummer. But moving on from Bail Organa, he's definitely needed in the show. He's a very important character in the Star Wars universe, especially in this part of the universe, in this saga, especially in this story with the Rebel Alliance being built. And man, you could cut the tension in the air with a knife, with Jung, Krennic, Luthen, Mon all toying around at the same party, while Luthen's assistant Clea is like trying to remove the bug in the room, trying to get Jung to like block her. I really thought Krennic was going to notice Clea doing something, being suspicious, but he didn't. Krennic didn't notice anything. Krennic and Mon Mothma were just bickering back and forth while Clea successfully removed the bug without getting caught. But we do lose Cinta. R.I.P. Cinta on planet Gorman. She gets shot up by some friendly fire, even though they successfully steal the weapons from the Empire. R.I.P. to Cinta. You were probably one of the baddest bitches in the rebellion. But we get a little bit of a happy ending after Cinta passes away from that friendly fire. Bix gets her revenge against her torturer, which could have been a much, much longer scene, showing how they got into the building and kidnapped him. That could have been a much longer scene. So far, we're halfway through season 2. The only thing I'm not liking is Cyril Karn. I didn't like Cyril Karn in the first season. I don't like him in season 2 either. So that one character out of all these characters is really the only thing I don't like, which says a lot. Every character is pretty interesting except for Cyril Karn. But since passing away, more people got to go. We're only halfway through the season, and I know that one other guy had died in like episode 2 back on the other planet. But Cinta, more people have got to be going next. Whether it's Bix or Vel or Luthen, like there's more people. Jung, more people got to be going, because how everything's going to end up in Rogue One. Thanks for watching the video. I do a lot more short form videos on TikTok. These Andor episodes are just so long, and I watch all 3 episodes on Tuesday nights. So 3 hours on Tuesday night. By the time all 3 episodes over, I'm ready to go to bed. So if you follow me on TikTok, you'll see a lot more Andor content on there. Thanks again for watching and subscribing.